Hello everyone, I didn't have time to record today, hence why I got in a live stream. So, I'm not going to talk about Logan for now. Hopefully, it'll. I won't have to talk about it for the foreseeable future. Um, but a few of the videos have been talking about the issue, have been taken down. Some of which have had footage in the video, which I'm lucky I didn't do. Phil did cover it today because he's back, yes. But he's right. It won't do anything. Even one of you guys has said that in my comments. YouTube won't do anything because it brings in too much money. But yet they throw PewDiePie under the. But PewDiePie made. Yeah, granted he made anti-Semitic jokes and he didn't deliver them properly. That was bad. But when you actually show a recent. Oh, never mind. Right. Today, we are going to talk about John. And there is a recent update to this whole John situation. Please bear with me because, as you guys know, I have been having some serious technical issues. And I'm going to have to figure something out on how to share these because my computer really doesn't like me at the moment. Let's have a look. Find the file. Where has it gone? There we go. Right, so, for those that aren't aware, John has said bye-bye to the internet, which a lot of us are like, yes, finally. So, if I do this, no, I don't want to do that. Window capture device. I should have done this before, shouldn't I? Yeah, window capture device. Yeah, there we go. Right. What I'm going to do is see if this helps. Because obviously I need to see it as well. Come on. I really should have done this before. Stupid me. Come on. Right. Window capture device. Here we go. Right. Here we go. You will be able to see it in a momento. Right. So he left the internet and he posted, I think it was on his Instagram, a little note for you guys. And this is what he says. I wish this could be one of those perfectly formulated captions that touches your heart for all the right reasons. I know you can't see me, I'm sorry. Let's see if I can move that a little bit. Okay. So put that there. Make it a little bit bigger so you can see it. There. And I will sit here so you can still see me. I should have done this before, that's my fault, sorry. I wish this could be one of those perfectly formulated captions that touch your heart for all the right reasons. However, I don't think it will be, for two reasons. First, being it's just struck 12, and this bitch hasn't entered the new year without champagne for 10 years. And secondly, that's honestly not my forte. So please prepare yourself for some disorganized rambling. My mind is very fast paced, and so I don't expect this to flow easily. 2017 has been a year like no other for me. I have lived in a stable sadness with highest levels of success in a business I never had. I've been lonely, incredibly misunderstood, and in chasing my dreams and not people, I've alienated a lot of the people I love and care about around me. From the age of 17, I began to learn to trust my instincts. Before or after things have happened, my instincts tells me 2018 is going to be one of the hardest years of my life. all of your own making. Sorry, can't help being a little bit catty when it comes to John. It's going to be a year. I give up everything, surrender everything I have, all to move on to something bigger and better. I don't know what that means yet. I can already feel the intense feeling of loss, friendship, and most importantly, I can sense I might lose some of those I care about. Wrong way. There we go. Right. There's something I care about around me, which is scary because I only have very few people around me. The path I've chosen in life is not the happiest one. I am surrounded by friends and love and laughter every day. I can work 4 days straight without food or sleep and just to achieve a goal I've set for myself, whether it's cosmetics or otherwise. I've been hospitalized multiple times this year because my work habits and goals or a push. After my cosmetic lunch, I could feel the stress, food, and sleep deprivation had physically damaged my brain. I need some months to recover, but of course this bitch planned those months with one of the biggest challenges I've faced in a long time. Life is happy, we deserve a laugh and a smile every day. It's all I want, and I am planning for. I know that means I have to give up a lot. Everything, friendship, my apartment, everything. But it's okay, this is my path, I will take it. Life is scary, but you're not alone, I love you. So basically, he's left the internet. And a lot of us are happy, as you can imagine. I am sort of happy. I don't like it when John started, he was very honest and he seemed very genuine. Then as the subscriber count got higher, just like with Joy, as the subscriber count got higher, his moral compass seemed to skew. As for not sleeping and eating, this might surprise you. Yeah, I'm a chunky woman, but I can go 2 days without eating quite easily. I suffer, as you can probably tell, show you on one of the phones. This will show you exactly how much lack of sleep I actually have. Currently here in the UK, it's 6 minutes past midnight. And I'll live stream till probably about past. Like I did yesterday, and then I will switch off the live stream, and then I will go into my next book, and I will be editing that book until about 3 o'clock. At which point the husband will then be on his lunch, I'll talk to him, then go to bed. And a lot of people say, yeah, but that's not a way to live. I've been to the doctors, and I can't sleep because of other issues. And for him to say, over the last year he's been hospitalised plenty of times, that may be true. For lack of eating or lack of sleep, that may be true. And yes, it does have an effect on your brain. However, you should realise that as you're going through the stages, if you do biomedical science, you will know the science behind sleep deprivation. As sleep deprivation is characterised as bio being biological and medical being medicine. So him having a biology background would know that when you are awake for so long, the neuron receptors in your brain don't work properly and become immune to the serotonin and the other things that make the connections in our brain. So it would affect you. When I was uploading daily last year for about 3 months, I used my brain and I thought, right, I can't do 20-30 minute videos every time. If I do a 10-minute video every day and I record them over 2 days, it gives me the rest of the week to catch up on sleep, book related stuff, whatever. If he has gone to university, he will know how to manage a workload. That's one of the first things they teach you when you're at university, is how to manage your workload. And for him to say, I've been hospitalised and I'm going to have to give up a lot of things to be happy, and it's like, you can't say that everything you've done over the last 7 months or more is all because you weren't getting enough sleep. The people who I saw tweeting about it said that he was getting disability here in the UK for some form of mental illness and anxiety, which may be true. Now, we don't know what that mental illness is, and with it being a mental illness, we won't be able to find out because it's violation of doctor-patient confidentiality. But we can surmise that it might have something to do with the fact that in his head, and one sec, in his head, he has that he's innocent in all this, and that everybody's against him, and everybody's everybody's saying things that aren't true and aren't right and all this, and it's like, no, Sherlock, you're an idiot. Actual fact. There we are. I already have it. So I don't want to show that just yet. Right. So right. Why has he said that? Peter tweeted the fact that John Kuckian would joke about something he supposedly considers so seriously is honestly an admission of guilt. He just cleared my name himself, waiting for the public apology. At which point there is a tweet here, and you guys can see it, laughing my ass off. Why did Jacqueline Hill groom me for 5 months? What? Are you really that much of an idiot? Then there's this. What? And then there is he's such an absolute arse. He seems to be completely delusional that he thinks that everybody else is a monster because he's done it with Here for the Tea, he's done it with Sanders, he's done it with Nick, he's done it with everybody by those that are in his camp. This is the second time he's done it to Peter, but yet he is perfectly innocent and he's in the right. But yet there is no evidence to back him up. The evidence that he shows is either him manipulating what is actually there, or he's actually created that blog. Now, the best thing is quite a few people have done this. They've actually turned around and said, okay, this is what you've shown on Peter's blog. So, why is it that your YouTube channel, your vlog, shows almost the exact same stuff. And he's like, it's like, you've got almost the exact same pictures on your Tumblr, but yet you have got, you're perfect and you're in the right, you're always in the right, but yet you've proved otherwise. Now I've just gone onto Tumblr and there's nothing there, which wouldn't surprise me, but I know a few people have managed to get screen grabs of it. Margot and Martin being two of them. Now, the fact that this guy is saying that he's essentially insinuating, but not outright saying, which is what he's a master at, that it's the lack of sleep and the working on the videos continuously is causing the issues where he's thinking things are one way and they're not. And that's the reason why he's done what he's done. But if that was the case, then why all of a sudden have you realised, oh, that's why I'm thinking that way? Now, I have an opinion on that. I have several opinions. Don't I just? But, right, my main opinion is, in a couple of the tweets, when this all started kicking off, I saw a couple of people mention his father, and actually at his father in the tweets. And I remember one of them saying, "Kuckian, come and get your son, he's making an idiot out of himself." So, if he has a history of mental illness, which, like I said, we don't know what it is, we don't know if it is a mental illness, or whether it's, like I say, forums aren't always the best place to get evidence. It's just my opinion. And because it can be so easily manipulated. Now, if it is true that he has a form of mental illness, why wasn't his family keeping a close eye on what he was doing and what he was saying online? Now, I've got a funny feeling, I could be wrong, I have a funny feeling that his father actually saw the amount of shit that he was causing on the internet and that he has done for like the last 12 months. And that he's essentially pushing the idea of certain YouTubers being those type of people. And yet, I've got a funny feeling his father turned around and said, "Right, we're gonna get you sorted," and actually either got him sanctioned under a 72-hour hold, or has said, "Right, you either come home and we fix this, or you deal with it all on your own." Not only that, he will more than likely, because I think quite a few people, I haven't yet because I need to talk to one of my old lecturers, which I plan to do tomorrow. I've had a busy week. As I've said before, what he did to Peter in this country is illegal. Now, if he's already starting to face legal repercussions, i.e. he's already been spoken to by the police, then that probably would have scared him into thinking, hold on. Because a Tumblr blog and faked messages and a voicemail that just says, you look good in that top, which anybody says, my best friend says it to me all the time. You know what I mean? Sometimes it's just friends that say it to me, oh, you look good in that dress. Or you look hot, or, that dress makes you look really good. Now, that's not a dirty or scandalous message. That's just something people say to each other. And for him to think that it's one thing when it's actually just Peter being Peter, because that's what Peter does. Peter's a big, lovable rogue of a bear. And if you don't get that, look it up. But he's like this big, lovable bear. And it's the type of thing he would say, you look good in that top. And for John to automatically assume it meant it's something else is absolutely insane to me. And Like I say, I think his family have something to do with it. I think the British legal system have something to do with it as well. Because, like I say, what he's done is classified as a criminal offence in this country. The reason being, before we had these laws in place, the press would get away with saying anything about anybody, pretty much like the American press do. But in this country, we said, hold on a minute. What these people are saying, what the press are saying, are career ruining, because 9 times out of 10 they're false. They're career ruining. They are salacious. They're just to sell papers and magazines, and it stopped. In America, I don't think the same law would pass because it would infringe upon right to free speech, which we do have here in the UK. But we are just not allowed to say something we know is categorically untrue. Now, because of that, and because he calls himself a journalist, or because he reports on certain things, he is still applicable to the same laws. Now, if he used the words, which it's one of Sanders' words, which is allegedly, or if he said, this is what it appears to be, but I'm not 100% sure, he may have skated around it. However, if I was working for the police here in the UK, which I nearly did, if I was working in the police or in any way form of the forensics area where I am actually trained, and he came to me with that evidence that he has, I'd have just basically laughed him out and said, unless you have specific evidence of him grooming and soliciting certain things from people of a certain age that can't be photoshopped or that can be backtracked to him and not backtracked to you, which you can figure that out through IT, then I don't want to know. Because when it comes to things like this, things like the fake tweets that he's a master at doing is backtrackable to him, and it is backtrackable to his computer, and him sharing it with this person, and it's backtrackable to the person who created them. Now, if Peter, which he has done several times, can prove that that is not who he is, which he has proved, and the person whose messages were shown in the video, messages between her and Peter, were shared by John. She turned around and she says, I've never seen those messages before, they're not from me. And the two people that he named in the video that Peter solicited messages from, which was Charles Gross and James Charles, both turned around and said, nope, wrong, no, forget it. And the fact that he seems to think that this is okay, and that this is safe, and that this is right, and that he's in the right for doing this, is more delusional than I thought. And the fact that his brain seems to think that it is okay to accuse somebody of the worst crime on this planet is insanity. Now, I've looked at cases like this. I know more about this particular subject than I care to know. And the type of shit that he's pulling on other people as well as Peter is going to land him in some serious legal trouble. And whether it's the fact that he's not getting enough sleep or whatever, or whether he actually genuinely believes all this shit, I don't know. Time will tell. But he's off the internet, he's gone, and I'm kind of glad. I know that sounds horrible, and I feel really bad for saying it, but I'm kind of glad, because it means everybody can breathe a sigh of relief. Yeah, we still have all the cookie cut to deal with, but there you go. But the amount of evidence there is against John at this point is insane. Obviously, this is a live stream, so there's not a lot of evidence I can catch. What I'm going to do is, over the weekend, I'm going to basically go on a fact-finding mission through videos and what have you, and put a big video together, and do a recap next week and put the video in that, and show you what I mean by, this is the proof that John is the cause of a lot of issues, of his own issues. So, but yeah, he's got legal issues. I think there was more than likely a family intervention, because like I say, a few people did tweet his father. I don't think he should return, because if he does, he's just going to end up screwing himself over again. He really is. And he's just going to end up messing himself up again. So, but I have some digging to do as well, so I'll be following up with regards to that. But like I say, I need to contact one of my old lecturers, because this is like his forte. So I want to do that this week. I think he'll be back at work by now, I would imagine. So anyway, but yeah, the fact that he's gone, to me, is a great thing. Do I think Phil's going to cover it? Probably not, because he probably sees it as drama, because it is relating to drama channels, though it is a legal issue. It's like people say, yeah, but you're a drama channel. No, I'm not. I don't call out stupid people for petty shit. I don't say, oh, somebody's makeup is, shit, without a valid reason as to why that makeup is shit. With John, we have valid reasons, because the FDA is now banned in America. I only call people out that are doing either immoral or illegal shit, which is why I've been calling out Jake Paul, which is why I call out Logan Paul, so I call out John, and several others, and Joy. And I don't do videos every day talking about Jeffree Star said this, and Nikki Tutorial said that, and Laura Lee's done this. I don't talk about petty shit like that. I talk more about the legal ramifications for what people are doing. There are legal ramifications to what the polls are doing, and the issues that it's causing. When I say to people I'm a YouTuber, I always get, because of people like the Paul brothers. So, but yeah, I'm going to be doing some, like I said, I'm going to do some book edits today, and then tomorrow I'll probably do fact finding and email my lecturer tomorrow, so that I can give you an update next week. There will be a video Friday, because I'll record that tomorrow. Then a live stream Sunday, and then back to next week, provided my body allows me to do 2 videos plus a live stream. So we'll be back to normal next week. You'll be glad to know. Anyway, let's carry on supporting Peter. Let's carry on not allowing this shit on this platform. What anybody does on this platform is a representation of everybody. I have called PewDiePie out on his shit before. I've called a lot of people out on this shit before, and I'm glad that the community is starting to come together against certain people within the community. I just wish the platform itself would do something about certain people. But you can't have everything. Anyway, catch you later. Be good. Stay safe. Have fun. And I will see you on Friday.